It appeared without a sound, defying every law of physics.
Decades of silence shielded the most explosive truth.
They called them weather balloons. We knew better.
Witnesses described light so intense it burned the retina.
Artifacts recovered suggest a presence thousands of years old.
Every crash site became an instant, high-priority cleanup.
The metal was unlike anything found in our periodic table.
A catastrophic impact. But what hit the ground?
Their biology defies our current understanding of life.
Fear drives the truth deeper into the shadows.
The craft's velocity exceeded all known parameters.
Deep within the mountains, they stored the recovered vessel.
The experience changed their perception of reality forever.
Official denials hid mountains of photographic evidence.
The heat signature was instantaneous, then cold silence.
Material. It felt weightless, yet infinitely dense.
Early surveillance captured the impossible residents of Earth.
They were reverse engineering technologies decades ahead of us.
Movement was always at night, under the guise of secrecy. We search the stars, but the source is already here.
Echoes of impossible communications filtered through the static. The Black Triangle Fleet began their silent patrols.
Something landed here. Then they meticulously covered the scar.
Their genetic code suggests origins outside this planet.
The sheer scale of the operation stunned even the generals.
We braced for contact. The outcome was uncertain.
I watched 3 crafts enter restricted airspace and vanish.
Their language was mathematical, instantaneous, universal.
Beneath the facade of a research lab, the secrets were kept. They were hunting something intelligent, fast, and hostile.
A piece of the cosmos plummeted through our atmosphere. The data accumulated over decades paints a shocking picture.
Access was denied. The government declared martial law.
They looked into the void, and the void looked back. Deep in the bedrock, the most dangerous secrets were stored. Not all craft descended from the sky. Some ascended.
The implants were subtle, yet undeniably alien technology. The smooth surface absorbed all light, all radar, all fear.
Their arrival caused ripples in the fabric of space-time.
Mass sightings could no longer be dismissed as hysteria.
This recording is the closest we have to a living voice.
A heat source capable of turning rock into glass.
They were mapping our world, and perhaps our vulnerabilities.
The simultaneous global events were undeniable proof.
An eclipse not caused by the moon, but something else entirely. Every precaution was taken. The dangers were unknown. The occupants were gone, vanished without a trace.
The craft's exterior exhibited impossible thermal properties.
Rumors persisted of captured entities held deep beneath.
The technology could drain the energy of an entire city. Any documentation outside the loop was systematically destroyed. The triangle formation became a globally recognized signature.
The psychological terror was as powerful as the visual.
The order for silence came directly from the highest office.
They dug through miles of Earth to reach the buried source.
Protocols were extreme. Contact could mean contamination.
Time itself seemed to warp in the presence of the craft.
The deepest oceans concealed their most frequent activities.
A power surge of unmeasurable magnitude. Then, nothing.
The geometric messages were placed with uncanny precision.
A clean entry point. No debris. Only a vacuum.
They feared the signals were influencing human thought.
Not one, but many. A fleet stored for reverse engineering.
The true images were circulated only among the deeply concerned.
Any attempt at tracking them was met with swift retaliation.
They were observed conducting low-altitude reconnaissance.
Operating the controls required a completely different understanding.
The ground zero coordinates shifted daily. A fluid situation.
Non-human steps left indelible marks on the soft earth. A monument of their arrival. Silent, imposing, alien.
Cameras recorded too much, then failed under the strain. No single country could deny the sheer magnitude of events.
Subtle energy fields affected even the smallest life forms.
Their presence was etched into the very landscape we inhabit.
Fibers of an impossibly strong and light organic polymer.
Darkness fell, and the rules of the natural world were broken.
Every night was a vigil. Every shadow a potential threat.
The patterns resonated like music, but in an alien frequency.
The sheer heat generated by their activities needed venting.
Scraps of their technology were scattered like forgotten toys.
Acceleration of biological processes beyond anything on record.
A silent judgment on the environment, instantaneous and vast.
The cleanup was not only physical, but purely archival.
Their flight paths defied all known aerodynamic models.
A pocket of stillness in a violent, roiling ocean storm.
Our ancestors knew the truth and recorded it in stone.
Extreme temperatures fluctuations in a matter of seconds.
We try to speak to the cosmos. But who answers us? Residual radiation clinging to the most mundane possessions.
The energy had the power to flatten and manipulate organics.
The intense magnetic field defied normal physics completely.
The children often saw what the adults refused to believe.
Anything that could expose the truth was reduced to ash.
A sudden blur across the lens, too fast for the human eye.
Temperatures beyond Earth's natural capability reshaped the stone.
Coast Guard confirmed the object. Orders were to observe only.
We must rewrite our star charts. Our understanding is flawed.
The coin's composition and date defy established history. The light vanished, and the door to a new reality closed.
First-hand accounts provided the blueprints for their anatomy.
Secretive attempt to transmit a return signal into the void.
The impulse was irresistible, to reach out and make contact.
Confrontation was inevitable. The lines were finally drawn.
Their presence had an unnatural effect on local flora. Only a handful of people held the access to the truth. A controlled energy event, harnessing the unharnessable.
The evidence was there, buried in their personal archives.
Fluid dynamics beyond our scope were integral to their craft.
The shadow of the true threat finally fell upon the world.
Our defenses were obsolete before the encounter even began.
Their technology offered healing, but at an unknown cost. They manipulated the fundamental forces of the universe at will.
They've watched every generation of our war-making and fear.
Language so complex, it can only exist in 3 dimensions.
They waited for the most extreme conditions to reveal themselves.
The true story could not be silenced any longer. The time was now. The key to the whole mystery was small, hidden, and pulsing. They came, they saw, and they left a profound question.
Faintest signal. A final broadcast across the void.
We are not alone. And the radio waves still carry their ghosts.